GingerGM.
Hello everyone, and yeah, welcome to the English Blitz Championships. So quite a big event we've got going here. This is the qualifier. It looks very strong at the moment, so it's going to be a very tough event, but I'll give it my best shot. It's 11 rounds of blitz chess, the FIDE time control, which is 3 minutes plus 2 seconds of move. And well, let's just bring up the list of players, shall we, and just make it a little bit bigger. There we go. So, oh, maybe you can see that. Okay, I'm gonna have to put that up. There we go. And yeah, you can see just how strong it is. 4 people qualify from this event into the finals. There's another qualifying event at 8 p.m. today. So if I qualify in this one, I won't be playing or streaming the next one. But you can see that I'm seeded, if we go down, 19th. So really tough event. You've got legends like Mark Hedman just above me. And if you go down, even scrolling down, there's FM's 32. So it's a really strong event. And like I say, only the top 4 qualify. So it's going to be an interesting event. And I'll leave that open for you, so you can see what happens as we go along. I'll try to take the chess seriously, because obviously I love to qualify for the finals of this. Like I say, top 4, 11 rounds, 3 minutes plus 2 seconds of move, and there are 219 players in the event, so it's going to be quite interesting. Yeah, anyway, oh, thank you, Charlie, for gifting Eobius, who certainly deserves a sub, I think, for being the most seasoned. Hello to everyone who's watching. So when I'm playing, I won't be reading the comments, just to let you know, but I'll try to read the comments in between as we go along. So, I mean, I don't know all these players. Let's have a look. So, Luck is my skill is Justin Tan, very strong blitz player. Emi Ghazi, stream. Oh, all these guys are really good. Johan Willow does really well in the Title Tuesday event. So, I think I'm definitely quite a big outsider to qualify, but we'll see. You never know. If we have a good run, then anything can happen, as I'm down here. Now, Play Dead. Who's Play Dead? Let's have a look if we can see it. James Adair. Okay. Strong player. That's Wadsworth. Let's have a look if we can see who this is. Andrew. That's be Andrew Greet, International Master, I'd imagine. Sam Sky. Don't know who this is, so just trying to work out who all the players are. It doesn't have a name. So again, probably a blitz specialist. So we'll see how it goes, and we've only got 37 seconds until round 1 now. So let's see, 11 rounds. So it's quite a long rounds, and you just got to try to get in the top 4. That's what we're doing. Oh, Luck is my skill is of course, yeah, sorry, my mistake. That's Daniel Fernandez, who is bloody good as well. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Chris, for the donation. Let's hope that comes in handy for when we're playing. I don't see David Howe in this one. He might be playing the 8 p.m. one.
Good luck, Simon.
But you got Gwaine Jones. Okay, we're in anyway. So let's get cracking. So we want to come in with a good, solid start. So I'm going to pick a nice, solid opening. My opponent going for the Dutch. I'm gonna try going for a little gambit line, just to get some tactical juices flowing. And this is a line which Guildford player Nigel Povar actually plays quite regularly, and it's quite a dangerous gambit line, I feel. With the bishop coming here and me castling, I get quite a good attack, but obviously I'll sacrifice the pawn for the pleasure. So how do we continue here? Can we take on h7? is my first fault. I can't see how that's going to work here. So where is my compensation actually in this position? Maybe I can take on h7. That's very interesting. But maybe it's a bit risky at this stage. But I don't know. This is trying to, okay, I'll castle and we'll see. But I'm not aware of what I really should be doing here. Got some ideas now. So we're just going for a very quick attack in this position. And this is my main idea. Bloody chaotic already, yeah? Complete chaos on the chessboard. With my center disappearing. But I'm getting initiative on the king side. Now, I do have a tendency to sometimes lose to lower rated players, which is something I've got to really avoid doing if I want to have a chance of qualifying in this event. And now I'm thinking I just move my knight back even in this position. It's kind of done a little bit of damage as well. I mean, it might be okay for white, but my opponent, let's not underestimate his center as well. You know, it's not all, you know, I'm not convinced how good this position is, to be entirely honest. But it's interesting, to say the least, yeah? So I'm hoping my tactics are going to work here. With knight f7 coming next. It's starting to look very dangerous for him. So now this is my idea. Otherwise my position would have been worse actually. So I had to find this move. But I'm not sure how my opponent's going to defend this knight to f7 move. Now I think we get 2 seconds of move as well, yeah? Is that right? Okay, so now I can take here, and this is certainly looking very pleasant for me now. I should be able to pick up the rook minimum. Ooh, okay. That's a good test of my calculations already here. Now I've got bishop f7. Looks very strong. Bishop f5 is the move I want to play, but I need to calculate. King takes, bishop g3. And of course you don't want to sacrifice if it's not working. So for the moment, I'm just going to play the safe option. I'm just going to win the queen if I can, or bring his king out. So, and this should be checkmate in a couple of moves now. I've got g4, checkmate, but I think bishop g3 is even quicker. King here, check, queen h4 mate. So there might be a quicker checkmate, but of course, when you see one checkmate, it doesn't matter so much. And well, actually I didn't even see it was checkmate in 2 moves. I thought I was going to go queen h4, but of course my bishop is there. So a solid start, shall we say there? A solid start. Nice to have a little start like that. Aldo was probably right there. It's no good having a strong center if you get checkmated. That is a good point there. So nice to have a 17 move win. Good stuff. And so I'm wondering who Sam Sky is. Maybe someone can let me know. But there's a lot of sort of up and coming FIDE masters, international masters now in England, who are a bit sharper than me, you know, a bit quicker than me nowadays. So I'm facing all the new generation of English chess players. So, you know, that will be interesting to see how we get on against them. Alexander Horse is saying looked bonkers. Yeah, it was bonkers, wasn't it? Definitely. Now, people to watch out for: Johan Willow does really well in some of the chess.com events. He's really dangerous. But all these guys, I mean, Keith, you can't write off Keith Arkyle as well. Keith is incredibly strong. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I mean, there's loads. Marcus Harvey, there's loads of good players. So, and like I say, in order to qualify, it's a top 4 finish after 11 rounds. So it's not going to be easy at all. So let's just see what other games are going on at the moment here. See if we can keep an eye on any of them. Well, this is another guy who's incredibly dangerous. Okay, now you can't see the board. Okay, he's winning here quite easily. So not so interesting there. And I expect all the top guys will come through as they mainly done here. Most of the top guys have won. I don't know if there's any upsets. Yeah, Marcus Harvey. Marcus Harvey is really dangerous, but there's lots. I mean, Amit Ghazi. We have this private tournament we sometimes play on Sundays with Gawain, David Howe, David Norwood, and people like this. And Amit has won that a couple of times. He's a really, really good blitz player. So Amit is certainly a blitz specialist as well. Got my mate Adam Hunt, the ever dangerous Ali Mortazali. Again, someone not to be underestimated. Won't let me play, although I'm a member and they should let you play, Chris. Can't you just go to this link and join? Go to this link and join, Chris. That's a bit crap. You should be able to play, Chris. Try that link, Chris. And I just went to that link and joined the tournament. I mean, even now, if you join 1 round late, you should be all right. Try that link I just posted in the chat. I just went to that link and joined. I mean, of course, you should be able to play. I mean, you're an English, English international master. You should be allowed in the tournament. So, yeah, well, let's hope you can get in, Chris. Let me know. Anyone messed up? Okay, so these guys are still playing. I'd like to see how good old Mark Hedman's getting on. And there's even some players in this tournament who are playing who don't have the GM or IM next to them, but I know they're IM. So Adam Taylor there is an international master, young international master. And we're going to scroll. There, yeah, that's another dangerous young player. And, well, of course, you've got Gawain at the top and Rendell. So, I'm not sure why you can't join. Try it. Yeah, you have to be, in order to play the tournament, it's obviously called the English Blitz Championships, ECF, 232 players. And you have to be a member of the English Chess Federation, because it's the English Blitz Championships. They normally do this live, but of course, with Corona, you can't do that. So you've got all the best players in England are playing in this. It seems maybe okay. I say all the best players. You haven't got some of them like Mickey's not playing. Mickey Adams, Sadler doesn't really play much anymore. I can't see Luke Bashane in this. Yeah, Chris Baker should be able to play. I mean, I just joined this live link, Chris, which I'm going to post in the chat again. Hello, Chess Pats UK. I think there are 4 qualifiers today. 4 qualifiers. And as we can see from the list, I'm kind of seeded quite a long way down there. I mean, some of the guys below me, very dangerous again. Anti-Drone, Richard Pert. There's many good players here. You've got Charlie Story. And I lost to Clements... that's a player I lost to Grieve in a Blitz tournament in Hastings. So it's going to be tough, but we'll see. I got a message off Danny Gomali that he is going to play the 8 PM one, but he's actually coaching at the moment, so he might not be able to play this one. Thank you for gifting a sub, Charlie. Let's have a look. I know Danny hasn't got a thing next to his name, but I don't think he was able because he's coaching, but he's going to play the evening event, is Danny. So we'll have to wait and see with that. Okay, well, hopefully the next round starts soon. We can't have many games going on. There's a lot of players, so it's going to be quite a long tournament, which means I can get more cigarette breaks in and maybe even make myself a cup of coffee at some stage. No alcohol until the work is done today, as this is a tournament. I mean, it'd be great to be called English Blitz Champion, wouldn't it? Obviously. I was English Blitz Champion a long time ago. 15 years ago, maybe. I mean, I think it's quite interesting. Can anyone play the 8 p.m. one? Yeah, I think so, Aldo. As long as you're a member of the English Chess Federation, you can play. Yeah. I much prefer personally playing over a chessboard than on the internet, and it is a bit harder when I'm streaming as well, to be honest. As we saw, David Howe found it a bit harder when he was trying to talk and play yesterday. So it's not as easy. They're my excuses. I much prefer playing overboard, and I did win it. I can't remember what year I won it now, but I won the British Blitz Championships. I mean, to be honest, the English Blitz Championships and the British Blitz Championships, I don't want to sound offensive, but you know, in Scotland, the other nations, Wales, they have some very strong players, but they're not as strong as the English players, which is just clear. I mean, you used to have Jonathan Rouse, and of course you've got some good players, and if you're a member of the ECF, even if you live in Scotland, you can play in this event anyway, I think. So it's basically, is it we could say the British Championships? I don't know. I don't know why it's not the British Championships and why it's the English, to be honest. So there we go. I did message David only 7 minutes before the start. He can probably still join now, Aldo. I was thinking, shall I not message David because he's a big rival? Oh, he's just messaged me saying didn't realise, but he can still enter. So David, you can still enter. You've missed one round. I'm going to tell him because I want David Howe to play. Only you can tell him as well. One game of 11 gone. I'm going to tell David to enter now if he can, because in order to be, I mean, I'm underdog to qualify, but in order to win something like this, you want to win it with the best players, don't you? You don't want to say you became English Blitz champion, but the top players weren't playing. So you know you want to invite all the best players, make it as hard as you can, and there's so many good players anyway. It's tough. I was Blitz champion in 2005. Okay, so I did say 15 years ago. That was pretty good. That's probably, you know, up there somewhere. 15 years ago. Okay, there we go. Wow, 15 years ago. That's when I used to play fast. 25 years old, at the height of my chess. You know, but we'll see. Why won't they let Chris Baker in? This is a bit outrageous. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that. I mean, Chris, you should be able to play. Someone try to help out Chris Baker in the chat. Someone try to help out Chris Baker get in the tournament. It's really not fair that he's not able to play, but I've got to concentrate on my own game now. It's a very strong turnout, so I'm going to go for a French defence here. And we've got a Tarash. Not sure who I'm playing, but I suppose one advantage my opponents have, they can probably know who I am, but I don't know who my opponents are. So we're going for a Tarash, French. I'm sticking with my main openings today that I play most of my life at the moment. Now I've seen people play this move before, but it's not supposed to be one of the better moves, but I don't know why. I've never understood why more people don't play it. So let's play sensible moves anyway, for now. And get developed. Because this pawn is really weak now. But, okay. I've always wondered why people don't play f4. I suppose it's because I got light squares, like this one. In compensation. Okay. So I've got to think of a plan here. Let's go for the standard one, but now he's going to go g4 when I play that. Can I even try this move to complicate proceedings? I'm a bit don't like that move so much. A little bit rusty, but I was thinking I might get some compensation on the light squares, but it's a bit of a risky way to play. Why didn't I put it on e7? I should have put it on e7. Okay. Silly me. Well, I think I got some compensation, but whether it's enough, I'm not sure. I'm trying to get compensation on the light squares, but I'm not sure. And this pawn is a bit weak, but certainly not playing. It can take me a couple of games to warm up, I feel. So already a bit of a challenge here. Again, you really don't want to be throwing points away early on in the tournament. I'm going to turn my fan up. I've got my fan here. My room's so small, as I was saying yesterday, it gets really hot. Should be okay. Or maybe this position's okay for me. Maybe I'm just being a bit pessimistic. My light square bishop is very nice. And I can reroute my bishop on d6. So I can put a rook on d8. And if he takes this, if I can get a bishop here or a knight there, then I'd be happy. So opposite coloured bishops, so maybe the pawn that I've lost is not so important either. One of the things I find nowadays, which wasn't the case when I won it 15 years ago, everyone's openings are so much better. Everyone has their own openings, and they know kind of the plans to play. You know, players are generally much better than they used to be. So I'm not committing my knight yet. I don't know which central square I want to bring it to. I'm even thinking that with this option, I bring it actually to this square, which is a bit controversial. But what I want to do is get my bishop to this square and try and prove that my opponent's bishop here is a bad piece, because he's got his pawns in the way of it. Obviously, if he takes on b7, I'm going to flick that one in. And again, with opposite coloured bishops, it's all about the activity. And I'm happy now I've got my bishop into that attractive square. Looking at g2. I expect my opponent is absolutely fine here, but I think I'm also fine in this position. Now he's gonna play this move. Okay. Now if he goes queen c6, I can take on b2, but that's only a draw. So if I want to win this one, I'm going to have to go for the ending, I think. And I'm very happy he did that. He was short of time, obviously, but that's a nice thing to have happen. So I think I always had compensation there, but it became a lot easier. Okay, so we started all right. We started there. I'm not going to bother looking at my games today. It's often when I do that I get depressed how badly I actually played. I'm gonna stick with my, you know, confidence of, okay, oh look at that, stop the tournament now, number one. But I think you know what I was thinking in that game, if you can remember it, is that, you know, he's played this move, so he's weakened his light squares because he can never play a free later on. So even if I have to sack a pawn to get this bishop to a great square, positionally speaking, the pawn sacrifice is okay, because when I lose my pawn there, I also gain another square for my knight on d5. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Chris Baker. I think if anyone from the ECF is listening, then they really got to let Chris Baker in, because I just simply joined the competition, and you're even down as an international master with chess.com. So why can't Chris Baker, international master, play? What I would do, Chris, is email. Well, the ECF is not very good at getting back to emails. If anyone from the English Chess Federation is listening, then get in contact with Chris Baker ASAP and help him out. Help him enter. He should be able to enter. It's not on. I mean, you've got the link, haven't you, Chris? I just pressed join. You've done everything you need to do. I know you're a member of the English Chess Federation, so I've no idea why they aren't letting you join, which is really unfair. There is another one at 8 o'clock tonight, Chris. So if you unfortunately can't get in this one for unfair reasons, then we're trying to make sure you can get into the next one. Okay, apparently, Chris, you've just got a link there from Della Corta. You have a link. You need to accept the link, apparently. So maybe that will help. There's still 9 rounds left, so there's plenty of time. If you know, I don't know what the qualifying score is. It's 4 out of the top that qualify. 4 players out of the top. David said it's too late for him to play, which is unfortunate. I wanted David to play this one. So David is going to play the 8 p.m. one, which is good. That means that's going to be even stronger. David Howe will most likely qualify later on. Bloody good player, David Howe. I mean, okay, Gawain Jones, incredibly strong player. They're all strong. All these guys are strong. Even if you haven't heard of them, they're all really serious chess players. You've got the best chess players in England, Britain, playing. Killian's saying good news for me that David's not playing. Well, I did actually tell him, 10 minutes before the tournament, making sure. So I didn't try to lock him out. I thought I want the strongest players playing, even if I don't qualify. If you do qualify, you want to qualify with knowing you've done it in the hardest way, yeah. So yeah. Okay, so we have 9 more rounds of this tough event. It's going to only get harder and harder. Still a number of games going on. I quite like the fact that there's 233 players. That's a fantastic turnout. Because also we get a little bit more break in between rounds, and it's only the top 4 that qualify. This is unbelievable. I know, as Killian is saying, there's lots of IMs and FMs which are really strong. For example, Rendell, great player. Amit, brilliant player. Marcus Harvey, I don't know why he's an FM. He nearly beat Mickey Adams in a match recently. He's bloody strong. Johan Willow, brilliant player. He crushed me at Hastings. Smooth as a hedgehog, a player from a little bit more up north. Great. I mean, all these guys. David Hayden, blitz specialist, really strong. And then you've got the old guard. Look, if I don't qualify, I want Mark Headman to qualify. Okay, I mean, there's loads of people I like Adam Hunt, but also Keith Arkell. Where's Keith Arkell? Is he still playing? Is Keithy still playing? But, I want the old guard to qualify if I don't qualify. Danny Gormali is playing the evening event because he's coaching. He's got to try to make some money, honey. You got your fun and games. So, yeah, someone's saying go... Oh, yeah, Charlie's saying go, Mark. Yeah, go, Mark. Mark's one of the nicest people in chess, Mark. Him and Keith Arkell are really the only players, grandmasters, professionals who've made a living for most of their life just playing weekend tournaments. And I think that is really to be admired. They've never made much money because there's not much money in it. But... they've done great things to chess and an inspiration. So I think both of those players I really admire. And they're really 2 of the nicest people ever as well, which helps, doesn't it? Is the final tomorrow? Killian, I don't care when the final... I will only care when the final is if I come in the top 4. And then I'll start thinking about it. But I think it's okay. People are saying it's on the 16th. So, like I say, if I don't qualify in top 4, I will play the evening event as well. But I'm hoping to qualify and have the evening off. And okay, what I'll do, this is a good incentive. If I qualify here, very unlikely, but I'll try. Don't you worry about that. I will watch the evening event with a glass of wine. Okay, we're in. Right. So, ratings are slowly going up. 21-28 now. my opponent, and I'm going to stick to playing knight to f3. And we'll play what is called the Barry, which is a favourite opening of Mark Headlam. And I have to say, I don't know the theory so well, because when I play this position, I don't normally put my knight on f3. But it's a solid position, and white can't be worse. So all I'm trying to really get out the openings today, is I'm not trying to get an advantage. I'm just trying to get playable positions where I might have a chance later on of outplaying my opponent. Another thing I'm really worried about nowadays, I'm sure it's not happening here, but I get so paranoid about cheaters. I mean, I'm sure no one would cheat in this because they got such good detection methods, but everyone goes on about it now, and it does sort of scare me, you know, because the problem is, if the cheater will get caught out, if someone is cheating, which I don't think they will do, but there's been obviously many cases, the cheater gets caught out and they will get banned from, you know, everything. But the person they beat, it will ruin their tournament because they drop a point against the cheater when some of the other players won't. I'm not saying there's any cheaters here, so please don't, you know, don't quote me on that. Okay, so now do I go aggressive or do I play more positional today? Thing is, this kind of idea does scare me, so the positional approach could be what is called for in actual fact. Nah. I mean, there you go. I thought about it for a second, and then I was like, nah. So, okay. Well, at least Chris Baker is in now, which is great. Thank you for, it looks like Della Corta helped him in the chat, so thank you for that. Okay, now I expected this one when we're going to have some exchanges. So, no, I don't know about this pawn structure. I thought it was quite an interesting pawn structure. My knight now is not on the ideal square. This is an intriguing pawn structure. If I can get my knight here, which I'm going to try to do, I'm just trying to think of the best way to do the manoeuvring to get it there. It's going to be quite a long manoeuvre. Then I should be getting happy. But let's start with h4. Just trying to. If he plays h5 and castles kingside, I may have a target to attack. If he doesn't play h5, then I gain some space with my Harry pawn. So I can't. I mean, I don't know about this position. I mean, it's interesting. It's an interesting position, actually. It's all about my knight. My knight is not well placed. I need to get it here, so I need to get it to f3 or d3. So, do I force him to play e6? I don't think so. No, don't like that. Okay, I've got a plan. So maybe a bit slow, but if he castles, maybe I go on the aggression even. I'm trying. Okay, so he's gone that way, and you can probably understand my plan from what I've been discussing. Let's get my pieces to the best squares I can. So hence why I played this maneuver. Because at least I get my knight into this square now. Now he's going to probably play for c5. So it makes sense for me to prepare for that advance there. But I mean, the position's pretty even, yeah. I mean, he's got this pawn break, so he's got an advantage that he can play it. I don't know if he should play it now, but he had that advantage. But I have this knight, which he's getting rid of now. So I do prefer my pawn structure, but what do I take with now? I think I should take this way. As in, this is a nice pawn to have. Okay, but he's getting his counterplay. Okay. Okay. So the best way to play this, it's very hard to break down. So I'm going to try to get a past H pawn. Oh, I'm very happy with that. I'm actually very happy that the queens came off. I think that really improves my situation. But not an easy position to win. I'm going to try this one, I think. Am I? Well, I am now. Because I want to put the rook here. And my idea later on is to try and create a pass pawn on the king side. Very hard to break down. Very hard to break down. He's got very solid position here. I need to open up another angle of attack. Otherwise, I cannot see myself breaking him. It's going to take here if I'm not careful. Didn't like that. This is the problem. Played this very badly. Dear, what have I done with that move? That was terrible. Well, looks like I've done this one. I could have gone check, but hey ho. Just got still a little bit of work to do. Especially the way I'm playing. These guys are playing tough though, yeah? But I think we're okay now. I think we are okay. Phew. God, blimey. Whew. That was tough, man. That was tough. Somehow I lost a bit of control. Maybe I prematurely played this break on the queen side because I suddenly realised he had this rook c4 move, which was making things a little bit tricky. Yeah. So obviously a player I should have beaten, but he played well. I mean, he kept it very solid. Don't think I was ever losing because my rook was always active enough, but also he let me around the back with my rook, which was, I'm not sure, maybe going to benefit me. Saying that, of course, his position was absolutely fine, and if I played like that against a higher rated player, I would have been in some kind of trouble. So I've got to improve. Oh, flip on that play. Got to improve on that a little bit if we want to qualify. So anyway, that's all right. We'll take it. We'll take it. So we are still on maximum at this moment, but as we all know, extremely tough event. The next round starting soon. I'm going to have black. I'm going to be playing someone very strong now. So 3 points. There's a lot of people on 3. Some people have dropped some points. Marcus Harvey, Charlie's Story. Okay, but the main person who dropped 1 is Marcus Harvey. It looks like all the top seeds have 1. So we're going to now get I would say one of the, maybe even one of the top guys. So this is a big one. And we have Amit Ghazi, who is a very good blitz player. So this is a real test, this one. So Amit, I mentioned before, is one of the favourites for the event. So this is a big test. And he always plays bishop g5 here. I'm going to keep it solid. I feel this is okay. Let's just castle. I don't need to worry about anything. Now, Meat's been British Blitz champion on a couple of occasions. Now, if I go here, I'm a bit worried about him going c4. So I don't want to really open up the center when I have a pawn on this square. So now it becomes a little bit more tempting because my pieces are on better squares. Is he going to go here and go for the attack? Quite possibly. I've always got queen e8, so I'm not overly concerned about that move at the moment in time. I mean, if he goes there, can I even take it and just grab the pawn and say, maybe. Okay, so he's waiting. Now, I'm going to keep my position very simple to play. Just with a nice, simple plan. It's the kind of thing you want in Blitz. You don't need complicated plans. My simple plan is to play b4. Just to play on the queen side. I remember I played Anit in a very important game, which I managed to swindle him to become British, British rapid play champion. Okay, so it's getting interesting now. Getting very interesting. So he's starting to attack my king, but I'm also starting to open up his position a little bit as well. So it's positionally quite good for me, but Amit is really tricky. Really tricky guy. And I have this lovely knight in the center of the board. Okay, so he has gone for the move I kind of expected. Now I can maybe take this one, but As long as I'm not falling for any tactics, I wanna stop his queen coming here, and I don't necessarily want to allow him to attack me. He's a very dangerous attacker. Incredibly dangerous. And also my queen maybe gives me more tactical possibilities on this square at some moment in time. No, I'm not going to recommend any moves now in case he's listening, because I'm sure he's not listening. Why would he listen to me? He's probably a better blitz player than me. Just in case. In this murky position. Has he fallen asleep or something? What's going on? Okay, so he's trying to force my knight to do something. Can we do this? That move of his looks quite risky somehow. Okay, well let's try this one. Do I even take here? Oh, yeah, why not? Yeah, what's going on here, eh? What is going on? What is going on? It's getting scary for both of us. Oh, shite. Ah, why did I miss that? It's a terrible move. Simon. Ah. Oh, man. That's so stupid. Fucking hell. Great position for me. Absolutely great. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive this one now. Unfortunately, this has gone wrong. goodness. Shit. Oh no. I've done it again. I've messed it up again. Second time. Oh, Williams. That was poor. I had so many chances in this game that it's really stupid of me to do what I did. And this is now looking lost to me, unfortunately. Oh well, that was really annoying. I must have been winning that one. It's a long tournament, so I will not cry quite yet, but I can resign now. How did I lose that one? That was stupid. Okay, well, there we go. Just me throwing that one away in what was a great position. Just especially when he was so short time. Just played some absolute stupid moves there. But okay, there's a lot of rounds to go, so we'll try to move on. One loss is not going to be the end of the world there, but when you get such a good opportunity as that, you must be winning. But I just couldn't find the good blows there. I missed that tactic. I will have a little look at that game because I was very, very confident. Even the ending, I should have been all right, but I was very confident around here. And in this position, I missed this check. So I took here, and I spent a lot of time calculating c3 here. But if I play, I mean, what is this position like? Can I even go knight? No, because he takes here. What about I go rook d8 here? How is this position? This looks like my pawns are going to be very, very dangerous. But maybe he's just about okay. It's a really, really hard one to assess. If he goes like bishop here or bishop here, then maybe I have to defend this one, and it's a bit harder to push my pawn. So, I mean, even here, I mean, it should be doing all right here, really. Something like bishop a3, but it's not as good as I thought. But at some point there, obviously, it's doing. I'm winning this one. Definitely winning this one. So this sequence occurred, and just didn't keep my cool again. And after taking here, for example, why didn't I take on f4 now? This is stupid. Just take on f4 in this position. That'd make a lot more sense if I play this straight away. I guess he can play here again, but yeah, I didn't work my way through the calculations as well as I should have there in the winning position. And again, okay, if we go back here, what else can be played? Well, this all looked okay. Do I need to play that check? I don't know. I was also thinking about getting rid of his bishop. That was another way I could play. Maybe this was probably safer, especially as he was so short of time in this one. Because now, well, if he takes here, I was analysing this line in the game, but I couldn't quite work out this position. I thought his king would be weaker here, and but then I saw the other choice, and that looked a lot stronger. But now I'm looking at this again. If I flick in this check here, he could be in a lot of trouble. This is actually the way. This should just be winning for me. It should just be winning somehow. Maybe you can go bishop d2. Only try. Okay. Anyway, we're in with another one, so we have to recover. There's still time to come in the top 4, but that was a big shame. So we'll put that behind us now and move on. Okay, so I'm actually playing Makey, who I think edits my course on Chessable. Makey is a Dutch player, is that right? From Holland. So I guess she's played in the ECF, so she's sneaked her way into the tournament, so as to speak. And she actually beat Danny Gormali in Hastings competition, if it's the person I'm thinking of. So she's a very good player. But she plays in the English league and stuff, so it's fine. member of the English Federation. Okay, so put it behind and move on. And this little line, I actually played against David Howe yesterday. It's quite a weird little gambit line you can do. And I don't know how good it is, but it leads to some very interesting positions. And I'm assuming as Makey works for Chessable, she probably knows her openings very well. So I'm quite happy to get her out with normal openings. Now, this move, I think, is the right way to go. And I've looked at this position now. I don't know. I'm giving up 2 pawns, but you know, we get some compensation. I'm probably gonna have to take this pawn at some moment. But okay, can she go b5 there? Don't go blundering stupidly into anything. I'd like to play queen e2, but I can't see. Okay, I'm just going to castle. I don't really care about that pawn. We're not too concerned. But saying that, I will now take it because it can also be used as an attacking unit. So do I have enough compensation for my pawn? I don't know. I honestly don't know here. I'm not sure. I mean, Makey has this bad bishop on c8, and I got a lovely knight there, so it should be enough compensation at the moment. But probably no more than just enough compensation, I'd say. So she's trying to play d6 here, which is clear. Now, what should I be playing here? Do this one maybe? Trying to gain as many tempo as I can. I now have a threat of taking the knight and taking the bishop. So it maybe seems like one of the trickiest moves for her to deal with. Because she might have to move her bishop now, which she has done. Of course, I've got to watch out for some little threats to my king, but I'm hoping I'll be able to deal with them. Now, what about this? Oh, no, don't do that one. That is not correct. Do we play touch piece, move a piece? I hope not. Okay. Let's play a sensible move. Get my rook in the game. Wow. Okay. And as I've just realized, as soon as I played that, it was one of the worst moves I could play. But I realized it as soon as I played it, and I was like, so anyway, we'll go back and pretend everything is all okay in the position. It's not. Don't know. It might not be that bad, actually. It might not be that bad, funnily enough, because I actually get rid of her best piece, and she's still got the bishop on c8. So it might not be that bad. I'm not saying. I mean, it might be that bad, but it might not be. Now, we really have to try and generate something here, but I don't know how. I don't know, is this going to give me any compensation? Let's try. got rook a6, which is annoying. Maybe I go knight f5 first and give this pawn up as well. Very complex situation here. Okay, I think I'm going to try this one. And take here. And then go here. And pretend I have everything under control. If she go, I've got a draw now. Check, check. But I think this is winning, yeah? This is what I was hoping for. And this one. Might not be winning because she has this escape. Very tense game. Weird game. Obviously I did blunder, but I mean I'm even not sure about. I could have gone rook. Oh no, rook g1. I couldn't have played because it's check. Yeah, this is the move I was. She's playing all the moves I'm worried about, to be honest. With now the bishop coming in here. Not sure about that one. Jesus. Ah. Fuck. Done it again. Bollocks. Well done, Makey. Time for a cigarette for me. That has pissed me off. Throwing away 2 games there. So I will be back, but I'm probably going to have to win all the games now. So time for a cigarette, definitely. Well, right, so 6 more games to go, and I imagine to get in the top 4 with such a big crowd, you probably have to try and win all the games. So we're gonna have to come with a roll now and start the second half fresh. That was really bad at the end there. Now I saw this idea and I thought it was just winning, but was there an easier way to win here? Around here, this is probably where I may. Why didn't I just take the bishop? I went completely blind here. I just take the bloody bishop, don't I? Oh my words. That was absolute blindness. I was only looking at this, and when you look at it with fresh eyes, it's just like, huh? And I was thinking I'd go here because I want to connect these guys, but I just take the bishop. Oh dear. Oh well. There we go. Well, on the plus side, Mark is doing well. Lawrence Cooper's up there. So, on my score group, it's pretty bad. We're down here somewhere on the 3 out of 5 section. So we certainly need to pull some games together now. Rendell has dropped 1.5 as well. But yeah, I just totally overlooked that. I was so, my eyes were only looking at the king side, and I had enough time to easily see that one. But yeah, I mean, she does have some play. I'm not denying it. That was something that we can be a little bit worried about. Rook d6, as someone's pointing out, threatening mate. But can I get out of that one? It's a weird position. Maybe that's not actually so clear because of my king position. She might have at least a perpetual. So what was the way to win this? Should be winning here somehow. I was even thinking like rook here might be, maybe this. I was thinking about this one, but then I was worried about giving the draw. But you know, maybe this is the way to go. Just trying to get a rook to the h file straight away. Or rook takes f7 is also a better move. I'm so transfixed to get in here, but why didn't we threaten mate? Queen takes f7 was a disgusting move. Completely disgusting. This is just a better way to do it. Does she have some draw? Okay, anyway, we will keep going. I think now I am playing the Iranian arbiter who got in a lot of trouble for wearing the hijab. Is that right? Oh, great. And one of my favourite openings, the exchange. The exchange French. Just what you want. Just what we all want. And she's playing very, very solidly here. Okay, well, I'm going to offer her to take this if she wants to try and mix up the pawn structure somewhat. Okay, well, I'm happy we got this because now we have mixed up the pawn structure a little bit. Now, there was a famous Korchnoi game. I can't remember who he was playing in a similar line to this. Okay, and that was the Korchnoi trick. That Korchnoi won in some Olympiad. But it might not be so clear. Well, it's clear now. Okay, that was a little bit clearer. Okay, that's one. That's what. Thank you for the raid, Omid Malik. Cheers. Thank you for coming along. Straight from the Killer French DVD. Yeah, that was a little bit better, but I mean, it's not so clear this position as she goes to h1. This is not so clear, but I should have a big attack. Probably bishop takes f2 is best here, because if I take here, then she goes knight here. So let's start with this one, because if I can win that, I'm doing well. Now she has to move the rook, let's say, to f1. And this position, like I say, is not so clear, but I of course have an initiative. Maybe even this move now to take here and try to come into g3. It's obviously a big attack here. Obviously a big attack. So at least we got one back there. That's when I should have had my break. But we're going to need, definitely, my only chance is to win every game now, because there's so many people playing, and we've got five rounds to go. But it's possible. Yeah, it does kind of serve a right for playing the Exchange French. It does serve a right for playing Exchange French, but you know. Okay, well, let's have a look at the top games, and I really want to see how Mark is getting on against Gawain. So Mark has the white pieces here, and he looks like he's doing all right. I really want to see Mark Hebden do well, and he's got the pressure here. Come on, Mark. No offense to Gawain, but I'm backing the old guys. So maybe Gawain is okay with the knight popping out here, and I suppose the king is very solid in this position, or is it? Mark's got the pressure. So come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. Attacking f2. And, well, you can play this move, but you don't really want to. And this bishop is very bad. So I definitely prefer Mark's position. And maybe Mark can put the knight into f6 now. Maybe he should put... Okay, so he's played a nice, sensible move, getting out of the way of this. But the idea is probably rook d1. Maybe even this at the right moment. So Gawain has hit out in the centre. Gawain, very good move from Gawain. Actually, maybe that's a bit slow. So, but Gawain is now starting to come apart. Well, I say come apart. He's starting to get into gear with the e5 pawn, maybe being in a little bit of pressure. So Mark needs to find a good move now. If I was Mark, I would probably just go knight e4 and knight f6. But he's trying to keep everything under control with bishop f2. I suppose the bishop's not doing anything there, so this also is a very logical move. You don't need to go crazy like I suggested there. And now rook c8. Okay, so surely knight here. You can also go rook d1, line up the rook against the king as well. Lining up that against the king might be all right in this position. So interesting. Okay, Mark's found another way of doing it. He's jabbing against this one, and he's trying to maybe get his bishop to a much safer square. So he's playing still any result here. And it looks like Mark offered a draw, which Gawain even turned down there. I can understand why Gawain turned it down, because as soon as this pawn drops, then this one might drop. And now he has to go bishop to g2. It could be the white king that is exposed. But at the moment, everything is being held together. And now we got this knight. Oh, come on, put the knight on f6. Come on, Mark. In you go. Oh, no, because the queen c6. Queen c6 is annoying. It's a big pin. So that's the typical tricky and good, aggressive move. Okay, so Mark is now keeping everything under control, but he's losing this. Well, I say keeping everything under control. Gawain's getting that pawn, but still not 100% clear. I like this knight. This knight is a real menace, and if Gawain cannot activate his bishop, then Mark is still doing all right. Good move from Gawain, trying to get rid of that bishop on its good square. Gawain is definitely in the driving seat, and now I think e5 is dropping, yeah? And if e5 drops, then the position could start to crumble here. So bishop takes e5. Yeah, I mean, nearly everyone in this tournament is friends with me, but I'm still backing Mark, because Gawain has many opportunities in the chess world, being such a high-rated, strong player, and Mark doesn't get as many opportunities as Gawain. But it doesn't look like it's good for Mark here, as Gawain's now got control, and this rook is coming across to take things. So it could be 2 pawns down. So Mark's crafty idea, though, was to come to f6, which Gawain has stopped by going rook d8. So Gawain playing very well, which you'd expect. I also like backing the underdog as well. It's nice to back the underdog, yeah? Mark is always been Mr. Tricky, though, and he's got a time advantage here. So still anything... Okay, has he got a little trick of knight f6 in some positions? So that move just stops it, because otherwise knight f6 was working and rook here. Can you go knight f6? Is knight f6 working? He's done it. He's done knight f6. Oh, only defensive try there, because otherwise the back rank and the rook coming here was down. But now this ending, Mark is an excellent endgame player. I think Mark, if anything, is... Well, Mark's not worse here. Because he's going to pick up this pawn. And he has the time advantage. Good move there from Gawain, but this is looking like a draw. Gawain has just offered a draw, but Mark has, I think, very sensibly turned it down. And of course now this is a dead draw. There's nothing going on here, as we can see. So good game from both of them. Well held by Mark there at the end. Oh, I thought they were having a draw there, but they're not. They're actually playing on. Okay, they can play on if they want, but I don't think Gawain should push this one. Not against Mark. Mark's too good to push for the winning. So they're probably just trying to find the draw button there. That was a good game. That was a good game. And we'll have a quick look at... Okay, so Amit, who I was probably winning against, is 2 points ahead of me at the moment. So I've got to think, if I want to get in the top 4, I'm obviously thinking about my position. But with 5 games to go, I feel the only way I'm going to get in the top 4 is to get 5 out of 5. I don't think any other score is going to do the job here, to be honest. But we keep giving it a go. Even Ali's doing all right. Richard Pert. There might be... How many games? Oh, there's still loads of games going on. Now, I don't know who Sam Sky is, but he is in trouble here, isn't he? Well, he's losing this one. Who is Sam Sky? I don't know. I don't know who Sam Sky is, but okay. Johan Willow might be joining the group. There's more people coming up. And we'll go down. Lots on 4.5. Daniel Fernandez still playing. Even Alan Wharton up there. Simon 4 out of 6. Same as my friend Keith Arkell. We've both dropped a couple of games, which is easy. So, yeah, the top 4 qualify, but then it's the best 8 in the combined score. So, I'll probably, if I don't qualify in this one, I'll probably have to play the evening event. It's quite a lot of chess, isn't it? It's boiling here as well. Let's have a look at Chris Baker. Come on, Chris, who finally got in the tournament. But oh, Chris, don't lose some time here. Don't lose some time. Don't lose on time, Chris. You need to get your bishop to this square, maybe. Okay, but I think Black can now grab this pawn, which he didn't do. Can he break through here? It feels like he should be able to somehow, but it's not easy, is it? What a weird position this is, yeah? You can check now. Check. Nice. King f6. Oh. Sorry, my sound effects are a bit... Ooh. Push the pawn. Come on, Chris. Wow. What a greedy move taking that one. That was pure greed. I don't think this is going anywhere. Chris is just going to queen, and he should win then. Okay, well done, Chris, to win that one in the end. We'll wait and see the finish anyway. Still, with this time, that's checkmate, isn't it? Yeah. Well done, Chris. So Chris finally got in the tournament. Maybe even on the same score as me now. So it does seem like we've only got one person on maximum with a strong group behind. I'm not even aware who this is in. Okay, Will Clarish Hansen. I don't know Will very much, but he's a good player. Thank you for subscribing. Ringed. And there's a lot of strong players. I mean, 4 points. You know, even one of the top seeds, Daniel Fernandez, is on my score group. I'm guessing my tiebreak is not so good. That's also something that plays a part, the tiebreak score. Thank you, my chronological, actually, for doing that. That's kind. Thank you. So hopefully we get another round soon. There's only one game to go. So round 7 now. And even, you know, I suppose the one thing is, even if you have a couple of bad games, as I did, you need to get as high a score as you can. Because if you don't qualify in the second event, you need to try and... So it's top 4 who qualify. There's another event tonight. Another top 4 qualify. And then they do it on the combined scores of the 2 tournaments. The combined scores of the 2 tournaments. The people who do best there qualify. Hello, Bjorn. How you doing, mate? Oh no, I don't want to shut that. That'll mean I resign, which should be bad. Hopefully you're right, Bjorn. We're doing it's the English Blitz Championships at the moment. So, with top 4 people from this qualifying. Okay, I'm going to play sensible. I want to actually play a little bit more positional in some of my games. Because 2 games I've lost, I've just been blind. I've been absolutely blind in what I've done when it's got critical. So I'm going to play this line where I'm trying to remember the theory, because I don't often play this one. I think you play this, but not now because of D5. So I have to castle, and let's hope I don't get checkmated. And now I have to create some counterplay on the queen side. So I say we're going to play a more solid game. And the position is actually really complicated. So queen A5 looks correct to me. But queen here is also a sensible option. Which one's better? Queen here has a bit more central control, but I think I'll go for this one, because we might gain a tempo against A2. And hopefully now I can do this without getting checkmated. And what I'm trying to do is get to an ending where my bishop's play. But it's certainly a dangerous position, this. So I can't get this bishop out. And I think I have done something a little bit wrong. My opponent is playing like me, yeah? Because I can't go bishop d7 because of bishop h6. So this is not actually what I wanted. And is my opponent about to take there as well? I don't know. Not what I wanted. Maybe I have to go here and try to defend. It's a bit ugly though. I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to have to go here, but it seems awfully slow to push my b pawn. Now my opponent has a number of tempting moves. Don't get me wrong here. Maybe the Greek gift even works. Scary. My plan of doing this takes about 3 moves before I can get it in. So again, some of the openings I'm getting have been okay, but this is a standard position. But I feel like my queen a5 is wrong. Actually, thinking about it now, I think you're supposed to go queen c7 and b6. But it's been a long time since I played this variation, so we're going to have to do a bit of defending now in this position. I'd love to get the queens off here where my bishops might be able to play, but I'm a long way from doing that at the moment. My opponent has a number of possible attacking options, and I've just got to try to defend against it. But I've just got to play the best moves I can, and I didn't see anything better than rook to b8 here. I just didn't see a better move. Bishop d7 here is what I wanted to play, but then bishop h7 and rook takes d7 was just winning a pawn with the attack. Okay, so my opponent's played here. And I don't see anything better than trying to now defend with this. Unless I can play h6 and try to defend that way. And queen in here. Okay, I'm going to try, but my opponent's playing perfectly at the moment. Perfect attacking chess. Am I getting mated? Is what I'm wondering. If I don't get mated, I might be alright. Often the case in life, yeah? Good little bit of advice there. Don't get mated. But to say I'm okay, so at least I haven't got much choice there. Now, if all right. Now I think I need to eliminate this one and pray. I'm got my back against the wall, as they say. Pieces are so bad. So I'm doing my best to try and defend everything. Okay. And maybe I'm over the worst, but I'm not sure even here. Okay, let's take that. Opponent playing good moves. Will I get a chance to attack in this game? Hope so. Maybe this one coming up. It's quite funny. I wanted to play a nice, smooth, positional game, no tactics, and I'm hoping I'm not going to get checkmated. Obviously, my opponent wants this. Now, I can swap off into the ending. Really watching out for this one. So I could have swapped off check, queen a5 check, safest option. But I didn't see anything wrong with this. So, that was a little bit scary. And yeah, I don't normally have to defend like that. And I played this one at the end because my opponent's threatening this, which is actually going to checkmate me. The safest option was to go check, king d2, and then check here and just swap the queens off when I'm a pawn up in an ending. But if I play this line here, my opponent can complicate things with g5, even though I'm definitely better here, because as soon as my opponent takes, I play g6. But I didn't see any problem with the way I played it, which was with rook a6. This is not working now because I'm defending. And if my opponent takes here, then rather than trying to chase the king, which might survive, I was just going to go rook d8. And I didn't see any way my opponent could now stop queen to a1 checkmate. Eventually, maybe this holds on a little bit, but this doesn't look good somehow for white. Maybe is there immediate win here? I don't know if there's immediate win here. Not. Maybe I can sort of do something like this, but it should be immediate win here. But the time thing came in handy. So, okay. My opponent low rated though, so, and I need many more wins like that. It's round 7, there's 4 to go. And I'm only on, if we go down, 5 out of 7 there. And it's only 4 who qualify. So you can see anything. Yeah, I'm deciding not to analyse the games today. I mean, I can have a quick look at that one, Bjorn, because I think there's a lot of games still going on. Let's just check. Yeah, there's loads going on, so we can have a little look. Which is the best one to do? Let's press the analysis button. Well, our accuracies were quite high there, to be fair, and you can see that my opponent's accuracy in that game was 94% as well. So we both did one blunder. So I'm wondering where we did the blunder. So okay, so how do I actually see the moves? This is what I get annoyed about when I do this. What do I actually press now to see the individual moves? Okay, well this is a blunder. Oh shit! So my opponent's okay here. What can my opponent play here? He could have played rook takes h6 here. Really? How does that work? How is this working? He could have played this move, yeah? And then queen e3. Wow, I didn't consider this one. See, this is why I turned the computer off. Whoa. Good thing you didn't see that, yeah? I didn't even look at the queen e3. Who would see queen e3 there? It's not an easy move to see, is it? I just assumed I was winning there. I relaxed. I just literally relaxed there, and I relaxed far too soon in what was, well, a much better position than me. And had he found this queen e3, I'm actually losing. So, phew. So there you go, Bjorn. There is something concrete there in the position. Wow, queen e3 is just such an illogical move, isn't it? I mean, you know, this move looks so sensible just to attack here. The computer's indicating if I just go queen to e2, I'm probably winning because his attacks disappeared. But after this move, he can actually go rook takes h6. But who would have thought of bringing the queen back there? That would have been a horrible, horrible surprise. We don't want any horrible surprises. Thank you. Not anymore. So the next round is pretty much ready to go. And where am I positioned? I'm in 27th, so there's 4 rounds, and like I say, I need to win a lot of them, a lot of those rounds. Amit actually lost the game there, so we have 3 new leaders. Some of the young guys doing very well, to be expected, and we're in with another game. So I'm going to go d4 again, and I think I'm going to go back to my old repertoire. I seem to be playing in the English Blitz Championships. A lot of foreign players. I lost to a Dutch player, and now I'm playing a guy from Belgium, or girl from Belgium. So a little bit odd, but hey ho. Okay, well, let's just play sensible moves now. And somehow he's tricked my knight to the square. How did he manage to do that? That was a little bit naughty of my opponent. So I'm going to try to take advantage of my knight being there and play this move in one move. Maybe with some queenside castling. I had enough of getting attacked in that last one. Oh yeah, Jens, I know we were supposed to have a chat with you, Jens Chess, about an idea we had. Maybe Bjorn can touch base with you there. Okay, so my opponent is also coming. And this may even be... Is this a theoretical position? Maybe. Now, do I take here now or not? My opponent's going to try to do some damage to my center, which could be overextended. So I really want to keep this point I lost the game in this to Adam Collinson. I think it was Adam. No, not Adam Collinson. It was Matthew Piper in a knockout tournament, a Blitz knockout tournament, the Drunken Knights Blitz knockout tournament, in a very similar to position to this. They do say if you lose a game, you should look at your losses and not do the same mistake twice, but obviously I didn't do that. Right. Just wondering if I take here or not at the moment. I'm thinking maybe I don't, because I don't want this bishop to come past this pawn at the, you know. At the moment, if I take on this pawn, his bishop might come out. At the moment, he can't do that. So that's why I'm delaying the capture there. And I want to maybe get my bishop here and try to win my pawn back. If I can keep my pawn on e5, it's actually a very Nimzovich strategy, then I might have a dangerous position. Now, can I do anything with taking an e6, getting some tactics going? Can't see them. He's going to go knight c5 as well. Not actually winning my pawn back. Which is annoying. So, well, if he goes knight c5, maybe then I can win my pawn back. So I might as well just keep developing my pieces. And now this one. And I'm happy here. All my pieces are now, they're centralized. And this is my idea. And I've left him with this bishop on c8. So I'm happy the way this has gone. He's not playing with his queen side. I'm getting my pawn back, and it looks very pleasant for me. The reason I put my rook here is, of course, this tactic bishop h7 at the end. So this is a pleasant position. And I can certainly consider taking here now, because I get the f5 square, and also now, don't do that. I hate the pre-moves. I wonder how many people are going to mouse slip. Is anyone actually going to mouse slip? I haven't done it. Oh, don't tempt fate, Simon. Okay, so sensible move from my opponent. Now, kind of want to keep my knight, but I can't see a way to do that easily. Let's keep it by going here. I don't really want to take on c6 because I feel his pawn structure improves somewhat. And this seems like the only other square for my knight. I would have loved it if it could have come in there, because I'm going kind of the wrong way now, but I can always come back to c3. And actually the c3 square is not a bad square for my knight, because I suddenly start to attack two of my opponent's pawns. So I think I want to take with the queen. Oh no, I don't. Of course I don't. Positionally I want to take with the queen, but the little tactics, I want to get my queen here. That was actually quite an interesting sacrifice. Take with the queen and then go queen e4, but there is a rule that when you've got what you consider a good position, which I do because his bishop on c8, you certainly don't need to play complicated moves. And I'm just trying to play against his queen side. There's no point complicating in a position where you are better. Okay, so now we're certainly get that one in. He wants to exchange queens, but I'm not going to allow that by playing here, because I want to attack his king. When you've got a pawn on e5, you want to go for the attack, and now we can start the attack. Now it's time to come, which is very annoying for him. And is there anything I need to watch out? No, don't blunder. Let's go here and try to finish him off now. Okay. What about this one? Don't blunder. Oh, he's very short of time. Well, it's winning here. My actual threat's to go bishop g7, funnily enough. So his only way to defend here, which I think he could try, is queen d4, trying to get the queens off. But I certainly don't need to exchange queens. I mean, let's just say he plays a move like knight c1. You know, trying to create some play. Then this was my winning idea, with the queen coming into one of these two squares. If he takes the bishop, I will come over and take on f7 with checkmate. So that was pretty smooth, I feel. This is maybe his best try. Even if I swap queens, I'm pawn up and his bishop can't move, so there's nothing wrong with exchanging queens, but it would be nice here if I can mate him somehow. But I wasn't sure what I'd do against this, because if I put a piece on e4, he will take that one. So this is kind of defending, but of course with his time situation, he doesn't have enough to find this move. Probably I should just swap queens here when I'm a lot better in this position. Maybe just knight e4 now, and he still can't move this bishop, and yeah, it's winning this position. Yeah, rook takes d5, obviously a threat in a lot of positions as well. Okay, do we have time for a little break? Maybe. But how the standards getting on? Well, how's Mark getting on now? And where is Mark? Okay, well, Mark's dropped down. But if he wins this one, he'd be straight back up there. Now a lot of great players are actually below me, which is, I mean, I haven't had the hardest of pairings. I've had a couple of one really tough pairing, but the last 3 rounds are going to be really tough. So, you know, I really do need to have a great finish. I need to get 3 out of 3, no doubt about that. And I don't even know, will 3 out of 3, will 9 out of 11 be enough to qualify? Well, if you look at it, quite possibly, because I'm only half a point. Okay, let's say Gawain wins it, which is most likely. Let's say Gawain wins the tournament because he's the best player in the tournament. The other score group are only half a point. There's only half a point between me and them. Thank you, Borani, for the donation. If I miss a donation or anything, I apologise, or subscription. We've got black in the next game. We might have 2 blacks. I prefer obviously playing white, and I haven't had any Dutches. Everyone's going e4. Maybe I should play another opening again. Oh no, I had 1 Dutch. That was against the meat, where I got good position. But do I change my openings now? So let's say that my opponent plays e4. Am I gonna make? I mean, I see someone saying drag. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I might play the Dragodorf on the king side. That's what I was just thinking. I might move on to the Sicilian. Maybe. I've had a couple of problems with it, but maybe. All right, so we're still in 18th place, so we're a long way off. Let's have a look at some of the other scores, though. Below me, Marcus Harvey is a really good player, and you've got Rich. Well, all these guys are really good players. And if we go down, Keith Arkle is on 5 out of 8. Keith's a great blitz player as well. So, and good to see Chris, who defaulted the first 2 rounds, up there. Play your normal stuff, said Aldo. Yeah, I'm going to play my normal stuff, but I do play against e4 quite a lot of openings. But I'm going to need to get 3 out of 3. And if that doesn't qualify, it puts me in quite a good position for the evening event. I'll probably be streaming at 8 o'clock again tonight. This is like I say, it's the English Blitz Championships, but this is just a qualifying round. There's 217 players. Most of the best players in Britain and other countries, as I found out, are playing. It's the top 4 are going to qualify, and then I think what they do, if you don't qualify in the top 4 in either events, what they do, they pick the next top 8 players, I guess, something like that. Something along those lines. Killian reckons 2.5 will be enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm not very good at getting draws anyway, Killian. Draws are not my forte. If I win the next one, I think I'm in a great position because I feel like I can beat anyone with white. I'm very confident with white. And then that just leaves it on the last round. This is the way I'm hoping. But if you look at the score group, I'm only in 19th place. So, you know, to get in the top 4 from there, it seems like a long way to me. It seems like a long way up. So we'll have to wait and see. Grimlock Glasgow, I think is Andrew Greet, international master Andrew Greet. He's got a couple of grandmaster norms. I'm assuming because he's from Glasgow and he's a strong player. Killian's saying if it comes to it, then a draw isn't the end of the world. Yeah, I mean I'll happily take a draw if it makes me qualify. I mean I've got to try to win. I've got to try to win the next game, whatever. So it's not something I need to worry about too much at the moment. If you're in the chat, if you think a draw will help me qualify, then say. But you probably can't work that out. It's probably impossible to work out whether, you know. I think you just have to try to win every game. Thomas Rendell's back up there. David Hayden. These players are really good. So I don't know. I think 3 out of 3 might be the needed score personally. But there's only one more game, so let's just try to win. Let's just try to win the games as we go. Let's try to win as we go. So what are we going to do? We're going to do a Dutch or maybe a Dragadorf, depending on the mood. Maybe. Okay, we're in. So I've got another lower rated player. And again, I'm not playing an English player. It's strange, yeah? So who's this guy? Cernaz. Okay, we're going to go Dragadorf. I mean, is that Lithuania? I mean, okay, well, confuses me a little bit. Now, well, do we go main? Oh, I'm going to go main. No, we'll go Dragadorf. I was quite tempted to go main line, but then I realised one of the lines I actually play is probably losing for black. So this is the so-called Dragadorf, an opening I kind of made up, which is between the Nyadorf and the Dragon. You get very exciting games, and this is a key encounter. And I'm trying to remember, this is not the main theoretical move by any means. This is a typical Sicilian idea that I'm playing. And it's going to be a bit of a race by the looks of things, yeah? Which square is best here? C7 or do I just play rook G8 is the other thing you can do. Let's go rook G8 so I can keep my bishop. Okay, I might need to castle queenside in some of these positions. If he goes rook here, I've got to watch out for rook takes G7. Okay, let's take that one. I don't know, this looks really risky to play. It's one of the moves you sort of play and you're like, Well, I know there is a Lithuanian international master. What's his name? Tsar something or another, who lives in England. So it's very likely I'm playing him. Am I happy with my position? I'm not entirely happy, to be honest. Because I'm looking at the king safety, and I'm thinking that I don't necessarily like where my king is. Now this is my idea. How's this going to work out? Now if I can go king f8, I will, but I'm worried about queen h4. And then check. So king f8, queen h4. Takes queen h6, king g8, rook h1. Queen e5, check, queen h8, check. So I might have to come to d7 here, which seems to be the safer option anyway. I wanted to play this one. If it was working, it was good, but I'm worried about this idea. That knight's not going anywhere at the moment, and I'm threatening this one, so it's okay. And I like the endings. The endings are good because my king is centralized, and my opponent has put this knight on a very, very funny square. Obviously, when I'm playing chess, I always want to play the most critical line if I can, but if I can't, I can't. So I'm happy to swap queens, aren't I? Yes, I feel like I am, because there's knight. This check at some point, nothing, no. If he takes the queens, I don't want f4, f5 coming, so I don't think I'd take with the knight. I think I'd take with the pawn in this position. And how is he going to get his knight out of dodge? I don't know if he can. So he's come down, but that is not his best move. Ooh, get in there, son! But I think he was losing there anyway. Dragadorf City! Take me down to the Dragadorf City where the grass is green and the dragons are pretty. Okay, right. Now, that was quite a quick win, so I'm going to go and have a little break until the last 2 rounds. And I managed to make a little bit of a comeback here, but the last 2 rounds are going to be tough as anything. So I'll be back shortly. It's a good time for me just to grab another water. I'll save the wine until afterwards and try to finish with a big finish. So I'll be back soon, guys. That was good. That was a better game, I think. running up the stairs just in case. Yeah. Well, if he'd have taken queens that last game, I would have taken with a pawn, no doubt about it. So I didn't want his pawn coming to that square, and I think his knight is lost there. Oh, how can I be out of breath by running upstairs? It's embarrassing. Okay, we're in 12th place now. So it's getting quite tense. I've got white, and I've got a bad tie break, as we can see. But with the white pieces, if I win the next one, it gives me some chances. So maybe I need 2 out of 2, but one thing is for sure, that I need to take the next one in the English Blitz Championships. 4 players qualify to the next round, and then the higher your score is, the better, because there's another qualifying one in the evening, and your tie breaks make a difference. So if we go down, we can see some other people are struggling a little bit, but Mark's dropped down, unfortunately, and Keith. But you need to just, well, I mean, the thing is, as soon as you drop a draw, you really get overtaken. So it's a case, 2 wins probably qualifies, but even then, so we'll see. But I think I've won the last 4 now. I had those 2 really bad games where I got annoyed because I lost to a neat. In a good position, I felt, but maybe it wasn't so clear. It probably was, but I couldn't calculate it as well as a neat, who did brilliantly. And then I lost to Makey, where I kind of threw it away a little bit there, to be honest, but it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter now. So we must be getting near the next round. So who are we going to play? Someone good, I expect. Which is fine. We want to play 2 of the guys above me to get them, to beat them and get them off the score group. The only person I can't play is a meat, because I played him already. But let's see what we can do. Let's get the white pieces and try to roll with white. And 2 more games. Come on, son. Get in there. The evening event's probably going to be even harder, actually, because David Howe's playing. And we all know how good David is. But we've got Gawain Jones, who's dominating. Understandably, he is the best player in the tournament, without shadow of a doubt. Johann's a very, very... Well, they're all good. Come on, this is a really talented junior as well. I played in Bunratty, I think, but he's good. Is this game still going on? No, come on then. Let's get the game on. Bring it on. Nicely. Okay. Right, so we got Roberson. So what are we going to play? I'm just trying to think what Roberson does. I might even go London system against him, or... No, I'm going to go for C4. I'm going to go for this line. Now, I don't know this line, unfortunately. I've forgotten what I'm supposed to bloody play. Which is a bit slack. This is like one of those trendy lines where you should know what you're doing, which is a pity. I wanted to get a nice position where I know exactly what I'm doing, but I don't know this one. Okay, doesn't matter. We just play. Obviously, my last move wasn't the theoretical move. I'm worried about this move. Really don't want to go King F1. I hate getting tricked in the opening. Bugger. I need to know my opening's a bit better. King F1 is just an ugly move to play. I'm going to be a little bit worse. But if I go anything else, I'm Knight D2, C6. What am I doing there? I don't like it. It's going to be winning a lot of pawns there. King F1 is just too ugly to play. Sure, okay, I'm going to everything else just looks terrible, so I have to play this one. Okay. It's one of those lines I've meant to look at, but I never have. Obviously, this is just not a move that is anyone wants to do. Thank you, Xander Diesel, for the donation. I might need a beer after this one.
Some beer budget.
It's not terrible either, though. No need to panic. Captain Panic. Just a position where I'm going to develop with natural moves. Can feel the pressure a little bit now as well. When you sort of know you need to get 2 out of 2, it increases. But we're both out of our theory, I think, now. So he's come back to try and make some exchanges, which is a good way for him to play. Okay, I can't allow too many exchanges, so I think I have to play this move. If I was castled here, I'd be very happy, but I'm not. Strange. Okay, what's he doing next? I'm gonna move a bit quicker, aren't I? Alright. Let's try this one. Yeah, okay. In for that penny. Okay, so it's going for an ending, yeah? Good ending for him. It's a little bit worse for me. At least I have a plan. Come on, Harry, get your move on. Get in. Come on there, son. Come on. That's what we want. One more to go. There we go. Come on. Good plan. Push the ape one. Yeah, I wasn't happy. That was a real fight, that one, because I was very unhappy the way the opening had gone. My king was misplaced, and I got kind of... He played a sharp opening choice against me, which I don't really know. So we're now got a critical stage, just one game to go. So if we win the next one, I've got a great chance of just qualifying, and that means I can, you know, have a nice glass of wine. So good stuff. But Ari was doing a good job there. A good job, son. So he led the charge. So I don't know. We'll have a look at the positions. Remember, it's 4 people, but there's loads of games still going on. So I'm not going to be in the top 4. I still feel I might have to win the next game, because look, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players to guarantee myself a chance, or not even guarantee, but give myself a good chance of qualifying. So it's a big last game, and I'm going to have the black pieces as well, which, well, actually, to be fair, with the opening I got there, it's thing. If you want to see the leaderboard, it's above my head, yeah? I mean, you can see it there. You might have to make it bigger. If you want, okay, there we go. That's kind of the leaderboard at the moment. But some of these guys, like Smooth as a Hedgehog and Gawain, have still got their game going on. Probably what I want to happen is Gawain to beat everyone, unless he plays me. If I play Gawain in the last round, that'd be so hard. Gawain with black, and he plays E4, and I don't know what to do. So let's hope I don't get Gawain. But if we do, we just have to do the business. So we'll have a look at that game, which is a critical game. And Gawain, unfortunately, is probably, well, in real trouble. Gawain is losing. Has Gawain lost? Gawain has lost. So that is not really the result I want. No offence to his opponent, but I'm just wanting to qualify. And that means that Smooth as a Hedgehog is playing very well. So well done, Smooth as a Hedgehog. You know, he gets half a point more than me. And it's all about that, you see. But at the moment, I'm in 6th place. So I think a win in the last round will have a great chance. But I might play Gawain. So what am I going to do against Gawain if he plays E4? Right. Well, we don't play the dragon because he plays the dragon. We play the French. And we pray in the French defence. Yeah, I think we have to do the French if we play Gawain. And we probably have to beat Gawain. But if we do beat him, we overtake him. So it's got to be the way to go. Black line. I'm going to play something more solid against Gawain because I know he plays the shear off gambit. And I'll stick with the French, I think, today. We tried the Dragdorf. It did its result. But we'll have to see how it goes. Just one game to go, and we're going to need to, I feel, get a win to do this. A draw puts me in a good position for later, but you've got to go for the win. Well, I might, who knows, I might stream again later, Aldo, but I might stream after a bottle of wine later. If I qualify, I'll just go and chill out. If I win the next game, I'll drink some wine. You know, but who knows? Maybe I'll stream again later. Come on, you want me to qualify? Well, he's going to play the Tarash, Killian, and I'm not really sure what I do in the Tarash yet. So that's what I'm thinking against Gar. But Gar just lost that game. Great play by Smooth as a Hedgehog. Let's just check the name of Smooth as a Hedgehog, who is an up-and-coming player. I don't know, he doesn't put his handle up, but he's a big player anyway. So, okay, so we need just all on one game. This is what it's come to. So, come down to the last game where a win should be enough because there's this group here. And I think loads of people will catch me up with a draw. I don't think a draw is going to be good enough looking at this group. I'm just trying to work out. My tie break is the worst of my group. So we have to go for it. Who's played dead, by the way? Oh, okay, room of the game. Okay, so we're playing this chap I don't know, Samsky, but very strong player. So let's do this. Let's do it. I have to play for a win. Okay. Well, I've got a Dutch. That's a good start. I'm happy with the Dutch. Got my E5 in. Also happy to get E5 in. This one? Maybe. I'm not sure if I'm playing E4 or not here. Well, we know I have to play for a win, so I've got to try and take some risks, of course. If we go... Okay, let's do that one, shall we? The position, if I was less nervous, I'd be very happy in. They've been so quiet. Makes a pleasant change, yeah? Oh, he's going to go queen there. Okay. Right, just got to play a bit more natural at the moment. I'm freezing a little bit at the moment, so which is not good. So I just need to play more natural, let it flow a bit more. Nervous cough. All right, there comes a time where you just have to go for it, yeah? I feel that time is nigh. Can have that pawn, yeah? Have the pawn. I don't know why I'm not going towards his king. It's crazy. Should be going towards his bloody king. Yeah, okay, let's try. I kind of gone all in. I had total control, so it's not. It's a little bit risky, to say the least. Of course, he wants to get the queens off. Yeah. What have I done? Silly. You can take here anyway. Bugger. It's too nervous. Why do I get so nervous? Ridiculous. Oh, and I even missed that queen exchange. Simon. Ah, man. Such a great position. Just not keeping my cool at all. Ah, dear. That was... Oh, man. Total control of the position. So, you get your wish, Aldo. By the looks of it. Absolutely silly. And there's nothing I can do here, obviously. That was pathetic play by me. Yeah, so I'll have a little look at this because I had total control and I should have just moved in for the kill there. That's very annoying. Very annoying. So I'm going to have to play this afternoon. Well, thanks for the donation there. Cheers. Doesn't mean a great deal at the moment, to be honest. But thank you anyway. Because this is just a
Hi,
matter
Simon.
of
Great
time
Black Lion
now,
course.
unfortunately. I just played that horribly. It was so bad, man. Okay, we'll resign. So, in annoyance, and I just fell apart there. So, I'm going to have a little look at that one. Pathetic, basically, is all I can say about that. So, hey ho, looks like we'll be playing this afternoon. But I just had everything I wanted there. I should have won that game. There's no doubt about it. That was mine. And, okay, let's have a look here. I mean, where do we go to the moves? So, I will get it up. Disappointing end, where I just fell apart, moving my queen the wrong way. And how do we get this? And okay, here we go. So I had a great position around here. I don't care what the computer says. This position is certainly better for me. And now, well, I started playing really stupidly here. I should just be getting my queen over here and trying to mate him. What am I doing? Why didn't I go bishop g4, for example? Why didn't I go bishop g4? I mean, okay, the computer says you can go here, here, and it says you can take here because I'm threatening queen h5. This is just, I don't care what the computer says. This is really good for me. I'll go queen here. Why is the computer saying that this is good for him? Really? I find that really hard to believe. Maybe it wasn't as good as I thought then, but let's go a little bit further. So, okay, so rook d1, and it still thinks he's doing okay. I'm surprised about that. Surprised about that. And queen e5, again, going the wrong way. I played some terrible moves around here. Maybe this knight of 3 wasn't correct then, because, you know, it just feels I've got everything I want. Yeah, I can lose my queen side, but if I'm not mating here, what about... I mean, it just looks like it should be so good. Why don't I go... Should I go here now? Maybe this is the way to... Oh, no. Okay, it doesn't like that. It says queen e7. Yeah, well, it's never as good as I thought, clearly. And I played bad move upon bad move here. And my opponent playing well, so all credit to my opponent. Rook d1 played, and now queen e7 doesn't look right, but I'm certainly losing the plot here. And queen d4 is just a move I missed. I didn't see that he was able to defend the back. I even thought I might have some chances here. For example, if he takes this one, then of course my queen comes into the position, and this is the kind of thing that he has to avoid when he's losing. So I missed this queen d4 move. So he played well, so credits my opponent, but not the ending we wanted. So disappointed with that one. Well, very disappointed. Don't know. I don't think it was a very good tournament in the end. To be honest, Aldo's saying it's all right, but I don't really think so. Especially when you drop it at the end there. I mean, that win at the end would have put me into that 4th place. Definitely give me a good place to qualify. So I'm going to drop down a lot. Am I going to play the one at 8 o'clock? At the moment, I don't feel like it. I certainly don't feel like playing the event at 8 o'clock, but I probably will. Maybe I'll play it after a glass of wine or two. So I mean, it does depend what final score you get. So I'm in 10th place. Is that the final scores? Yeah. So 10th place is all right. That win, that would have got me... I might not have qualified even with the win. So at least we know what kind of score we need. 9 out of 11. One thing that does do, in some way, it puts me ahead of quite a lot of players who only got 7.5. So even if I don't come in the top 4 in the evening, I don't know how many other people qualify, but there's a fair few people who qualify. So I probably will have another crack at this later on, 8 o'clock. But I'm certainly going to play a lot better than that. I'm not happy with my play. Well, unlucky to you. Oh, you did all right, Tom. You got a good position. You didn't get in the top 4, but got a good position. Do you know who Sam Sky is? At all, Tom? Do you know who Sam Sky is? I don't know who Sam Sky is. Obviously a good player. But that last game, it just felt like I was controlling that one. I did everything right, and I must have been doing all right, but I lost the thread. I lost the thread. It's 8. Okay, you think it's 8 people in combined scores. There is a decent chance in the second tournament. Probably need to get at least 8 out of 11 again. But we'll try to rock and roll a bit more. I mean, okay, that's a warm-up. I'll be better. I'll come back. But I'm going to have a glass of wine now. Maybe a vodka and Coke. I'm going to have one of those two. Sam Chow, actually, I think. I don't think I even know who Sam Chow is. Who is... I don't even know Sam Chow. Drew Egwene at 4NCL. Obviously a good player. Okay, shout out to GingerGM fan. There you go. Don't really feel like shouting at anyone, but you get one. And where am I positioned now? I've dropped down loads, 17th on tiebreak. So again, going to need to do a lot better later on. Thank you everyone who's come along. We'll try again, but I've got to improve my play. Not happy with some of the stuff I was doing there. So we will rethink and have another go. All right, see you all later. Close, but no cigar. Bloody cigars. I hope these top 4 players don't play in the next one. They can sod off. They've qualified. Don't want them in it. So see you all later. We'll try to get in top 4, guarantee qualification, and we'll try to play a bit better later on. Cheers. Goodbye. Thank you for the donation, by the way, Magnus Carlson. Obviously that's nice of you as well. Cheers. We'll have another crack later on. Bye.